On this page, you'll find real stories, real lessons, and real madness from everyday life. I'm all about grit, humor, courage, and building something from nothing. If you enjoy these tailies, check out my artwork and apparel at grizzlycollective1com and use code GIZZ10 for 10% off. Now, settle in. Let's go. A few weeks back, 3 lads decided to do a quick road trip up to Scotland. Nothing serious, just a cold November weekend escape. They grabbed energy drinks, loaded the playlist with old UK bangers and hit the motorway, laughing all the way past Birmingham, Manchester and right through the Lake District. The roads were empty, the hills were misty and everything felt sound. Classic lads trip. But once they crossed into Scotland, the weather turned proper rogue. Fog rolled in like something out of a horror film, thick, grey and moving low across the road. They slowed down, joking they were about to meet Nessie at the nearest roundabout. Still, the vibes stayed high, until they turned onto one of those narrow rural roads where you barely get 2 cars passing. That's when everything flipped. The fog thinned just enough for the headlights to catch something twisted on the road ahead, a car, completely totaled. Nose first into a ditch, back end smashed, hazard lights barely blinking like dying fireflies. The lads pulled up immediately, the joke's gone, adrenaline slamming through all 3 of them. They shouted out, no answer. They checked the car driver door ripped open, airbags blown, but no one inside. Not a soul, just silence and the wind moving the trees. Their phones had 1 bar of signal if they were lucky. The road was dead. Then the strangest thing, muddy footprints, leading away from the crasher into the woods. Every part of them said leave it, but something stronger kicked in. Courage, stupidity, doesn't matter, they followed the tracks. Torches shaking slightly, the cold biting, their breaths fogging in the air as the forest swallowed the sound around them. The path went deeper, weaving between trees, until suddenly the footsteps stopped. Just stopped. No turning, no sliding, no branching off. Gone. The lads looked at each other, frozen, and then they heard it, footsteps behind them. Not in front, not from the crash, from behind, slow, heavy, crunching over leaves. They spun round, hearts hammering, only to see a man stumbling out of the darkness. Cuts on his head, coat torn, eyes wide like he'd just sprinted away from death itself. He collapsed right in front of them. The first words out of his mouth were, "I thought nobody would find me." Turns out he'd swerved to avoid a stag on the road, lost control, crashed, climbed out dazed and tried to walk for help, but ended up circling through the woods disoriented for hours. He said he heard their car before he saw their lights. The footsteps behind were actually him finally catching up to them. The lads carried him to the road, wrapped him in jackets and kept him talking until emergency services finally reached them. Later that night, the paramedics said straight, if they hadn't stopped, the man wouldn't have made it through the night. The trip that started with banter, motorway snacks and stupid playlists turned into a night of courage they never expected. Cold, fog, fear and instincts kicking in when it mattered most. A proper reminder that sometimes the strongest people are the ones who act before they think, and walk toward danger when everyone else would keep driving. That's the story for today. Keep pushing, keep building, keep showing up, and remember, greatness grows in the moments where you choose courage over comfort. For more stories and designs, visit grizzlycollective1com and use code GIZZ10 for 10% off. Stay sharp, stay moving, stay real.